best dancers from across the globe are about to join me for the audition of a lifetime.
ABC Mondays. Do they have what it takes to compete and be the next Dancing with the Stars pro?
I'm here to win.
Nothing is going to stop me.
Our star judges will decide.
This is what hunger looks like.
It was 100% a wrong choice.
Robert Irwin hosts.
The next era of ballroom starts right here on Dancing with the Stars, The Next Pro.
All new Mondays, 8, 7 Central on ABC, next day on Hulu.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
What else did you guys do besides drink?
Just drink. Socialize, drink.
Socialize and drink.
And smoke.
Smoke what?
Cigarettes.
Go on.
And weed.
I mean, and what?
And weed.
And read?
Yeah.
Did you just say read?
Yeah, I did.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm not.
What were you reading?
I wasn't reading anything. I said
weed! Now you're being honest.
These are the plaintiffs, Angela and Michael Gorbach. Angela says she was at a party, wasn't happy with how the males were acting, and decided to leave. As she was backing out, she hears a loud crash. The defendant threw his cell phone at her back window and completely shattered it. The defendant clearly has anger management problems, but that's on him. She just wants the $1,200 it's going to cost to fix her window. This is the defendant, Emil Sasanov. He says the plaintiff had some type of attitude problem the night of the party, and when she went to leave, she was backing up her car, not looking where she was going. He did what came instinctively to get her attention and threw his phone at her car so she'd stop. It was simply a frantic attempt to save himself. Besides, 1,200 smackaroos to fix a window? Come on. He's accused of having bad reflexes.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Angela and Michael Gorbach?
Yes.
You are suing Emil Sasanov for $1,200, $450 of it to fix a window you say he negligently broke, and $750 for the inconvenience and time to get the window fixed. Okay,
I'm a father.
Okay, and the car's under your name?
Yes.
Okay, sit down, relax. You weren't there that night, right?
No, but I spoke to him afterwards.
Okay, and so we'll get your testimony in a minute. Okay. You can sit down and relax because I'm going to talk to the person who was there, and that's you, Angela. And how old are you?
19.
How old are you?
Days.
I'm turning 22 in October.
Okay. When did this happen?
Around May 31st.
Of this
At the
year?
end of May.
Of this
year. Yeah.
Okay, what happened?
I was at my friend's house. She invited 3 guys over. One more was with them. I've seen them around before. I didn't really hang out with them, but I have seen them before. We were just hanging out. No parents were home. We started drinking.
No, you're not a little age to drink.
I wasn't drinking. Okay. I was driving that night.
Well, you did say we started drinking.
They started drinking, yeah. They got a little rowdy.
That's why I wanted Dad to sit down.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a little rowdy. They were being kind of rude to us, like indirectly, not really saying our names. They were just kind of started looking at us and started laughing about things. I said, what's going on? I said, none of your business, none of your business.
Whose house is it?
My friends. We're not friends anymore after this happened.
Okay.
It was my ex-best friend's house.
Okay, and that's her house?
Yes, her father's house.
Her father's house. Does she live there or no?
No, she lives with her mother. She went there because her
okay.
father went away to Russia. She had nobody was home. She wanted to have people there.
Right.
That's why.
Okay.
So I went to the kitchen. It's a small house, so everything's a little bit crowded. I came up to her and I said, I'm not really comfortable here. It's either you come leave with me and go to your mom's house, or I'm leaving by myself.
Okay. Who was driving that day?
Me.
Okay.
They had their car. I had my car.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time of the night was it when you first told her I want to go?
It's around 1:30.
So it's late
2
enough to
o'clock.
go already.
Yeah, exactly. I
Okay.
said I want to leave. Yeah. So she said, hold on, I don't feel comfortable telling them to leave right now. Just give it a little bit of time. Nothing changed. So I said, let's go. She came with me. Their car was
So
parked.
now it's what time?
2:30?
2:30.
Like an hour later.
Proving once again that nothing good ever happens past 2 o'clock.
That's true. I should have left way earlier if I was uncomfortable.
But in that hour and a half, had any other incident happen, or they just made you uncomfortable? Like, what were you guys doing for the other hour and a half? Talking?
We were sitting down. We were sitting down all like on the couches.
What are
and
you doing?
I
Everybody's
was-
drinking
I was
around you and you're just
quiet.
sitting.
I was smoking a cigarette. I was talking with her.
Was she drinking? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so we got up and got into their.
I find that teenagers who respect that rule don't sit around while other people are drinking. But go ahead. All right, so you do what?
I got into my car. They were still standing outside, all three of them, outside of their car. I got into mine and I drive up, and they're still outside the house, just standing there. They weren't doing nothing crazy. I pull up to the stop sign, and she said, I forgot to lock my door. So I reversed back because the house was not far away from the stop sign.
How
it was
far?
like
One house, two houses? How many houses away? 5 houses?
3 houses away.
Okay.
3 houses away. So I reverse back, I look into my mirror, and I look over my shoulder. Both. While I'm driving back, I'm looking over my shoulder, however. Nobody was in the street. It was dark. And out of nowhere, what made me stop was the shattered glass. And it flew all over me and my friend when he threw his phone. I stopped the car. Obviously, I got out of the car. I was in complete shock. I didn't know what to do.
What did he say?
He said, I thought you were going to run me over.
Okay.
Nobody
and
was in the
how far
street.
was he from you?
From the car?
Yeah.
From when he threw it, like maybe 3 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet.
How do you know he was 2 or 3 feet? Are you
Because
guessing,
when I
or-
got out, he was standing like
Very close to the car.
where he
From
threw it.
where he had thrown it?
Yeah,
You
he,
had
like,
that
stepped-
impression?
Yeah.
Okay. And he said, I thought you were going to run me over?
Yeah, he said, you were about to run me over, you're about to run me over.
And what'd you say to him?
I said, you were nowhere near. He was on the sidewalk. He was not in the street. I was looking right over my
And
shoulder.
what did he say to you?
He said, you were about to run me over. That's it. He said, you were about to kill me. But
Okay.
I was looking right over my shoulder. I would have stopped. Even if I didn't like their company, I'm not going to run somebody over because I
No,
was
that would be
uncomfortable.
rather extreme.
You know,
you
like,
could do
I
that, or you
wouldn't-
could just not be in their company
wouldn't do
again.
that.
All right, you tell me your version. What happened?
We were hanging out at her girl's house, as she stated. We were all drinking. Everybody was drinking in the house.
How many people were at the house?
It was 3 guys, 2 girls.
Okay.
So she was right. So we all, at the end already, when they were about to go home, it was about 4 or 5 in the morning almost.
4 or 5 in the morning?
Yeah, because I remember telling her, after I broke her window, I told her, give me 2 hours at 7 in the morning, all the glass shops open, I will pay for your window. So
Okay.
that's how I remember the time frame. It was only 2 hours away from 7 in the morning.
Right.
So we were all standing in the middle of the street.
What else did you guys do besides drink?
We just drank. Socialize, drink.
Socialize and drink.
Yeah. And smoked.
Smoke what?
Cigarettes.
Go on.
And weed.
I mean, and what?
And weed.
And read?
Yeah.
Did you just say read?
Yeah, I did.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm not.
What were you reading?
I wasn't reading anything. I said
weed! Now you're being honest. I thought you said read because you didn't want to say weed. Okay.
I said weed. So we were standing in the middle of the street. There was,
What I don't understand is how that's enjoyable if she's hostile and you guys are not getting along.
She wasn't exactly hostile as she's describing. She was. Me and her had a little altercation.
Over what?
Altercation. Me and her had a problem.
Over
like,
what?
It was just the attitude problem. We didn't have a specific argument or anything like that. It was just our personalities just didn't mix together. I guess you could say that.
There wasn't something that happened?
No.
You
nothing.
weren't trying to come on to her and she rejected you. She wasn't trying to come on to you and you rejected her. It's just, you got an attitude. No, you got an attitude. That's it? That's what it was?
No, I did. He got with her. I didn't get with her.
That's actually not what I said, but the plot thickens. Okay. Were you two a date? Let's
No.
just put it that way.
First time I met him.
Okay.
In the beginning, he was trying to help me out. He was like helping me like with the glass, trying
Who
to.
was?
Not Emil, his friend.
Not
Emil.
Emil, but his friend. His name
yeah,
is what?
he was. I don't even.
Come on up. What's your name?
Emin.
Spell it.
E-M-I-N. Like Eminem.
E-M-I-N. And your name is E-M-I-L.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead.
So he was helping me like to get the glass out of the car because it was a mess.
Right.
I was hysterical because my parents' car, it's the first time it's ever happened to me. I don't know really to do. So he took me, I wanted to get a drink of water. He took me inside. I was really thirsty, and he took me into the bathroom, closed the door, and locked it. He pressed himself against me to kiss me. I kissed back first. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay. I reached for the door to open the door. He took my hand away. He goes, it's okay, just calm down. Stay in here. Pressed against me again. I grabbed for the door, and he pulled my hand away from the door. Finally, I didn't like push him up, but I told him to get off of me. I need to come outside. My car was outside, like by itself. Who knows who's gonna steal something?
They're going to be the death of us. How many children? How many? Come on up.
Okay.
How many children do you have?
2.
She's 19, and who else?
13. My
Girl or boy?
Boy. Thank God.
Well, you got that going for you. I have 3 girls.
Oh my God.
Yes. And you have no idea the worry that you folks cause us. You worry more about your daughters because you worry about somebody physically overpowering them. You worry about the fact that they could be this stupid as to put themselves in a situation with 3 big guys inside of a house, vulnerable by drinking and smoking until 5 in the morning. If you're really uncomfortable, which I'm not sure that you really were because you're kissing back and but if you're really uncomfortable, you pick up a phone and you call him so that he can extricate you and your friend from the situation. And I would do that if I was 30 and I was in a rough situation. I'd call a friend. I wouldn't call my father. But I'd call a friend and say, hey, listen, can you come over? I'm feeling uncomfortable. And, why'd you throw the phone?
I was startled. Something
Where
was
were you
coming at
standing?
me. We were just hanging out in the middle of the street. We were talking, and she was backing up, and I knew she drank. And she was backing up to me, so that was my first reaction. And I'm not completely sober either.
Right.
So that was my first reaction.
How was your phone going to stop the car? Why wouldn't you just jump out of the way? Why wouldn't...
A first reaction is a first reaction. I couldn't control
Oh, you got to
it.
work on your first reactions, pal, because that first reaction is not going to keep you alive.
Well, welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is it okay ever, as a defense, to say, look, they were about to hit me, so I threw a phone to get their attention? What do you think?
It doesn't make sense. Why do you think we have car horns?
Well, no. The guy standing there doesn't have a horn. That's the point.
Yeah, he can throw a cell phone.
To protect himself?
Yes. I mean, if it were you and you didn't want...
You're not real convincing the way you're saying it. I'm just saying. Say, he can throw that phone.
I mean, what if he, it could have been a serious injury.
Okay. What do you think?
Oh, he's definitely in the wrong.
So you cannot throw a phone ever?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Okay, and then what happens? Dad gets involved.
Yes, once I broke her window, I told her, listen, I'm going to pay for it. Give me 2 hours. It was 5 in the morning, so everything was closed. I was like, if you want, we'll chill out here. In 2 hours, we'll go out, pay for it, and we'll forget about it.
Okay.
She was like, no, my mom has to go drive my sister somewhere, my brother somewhere. They're young, soccer, whatever, something like that, she said.
Show me the pictures of the windshield.
I said, okay. She was whining, crying in the middle of the street.
Whining? I mean,
Yeah,
it sounds
she
like it's
was-
unreasonable to be upset that you broke her windshield. And you try to take advantage of this situation when she's all distraught in the bathroom and you try to come on to her?
That's not really how it went, honestly.
Oh my God. How did it go, honestly?
As after I saw the window break, I tried to help her, and I cut myself too.
When was it you tried to kiss her?
We came up to each other. We came on to each other.
Okay,
That's, the way it
that's what you mean, that it wasn't the
Yeah.
way, okay.
I didn't,
All right.
press it.
Force yourself
Yeah,
on
of
it.
course.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
Can I
All
just
right.
say
Yeah,
something?
Dad.
When she called right away, when it happened, she called the cops, and they flee right away. Okay, because they were drunk, and they had, from I heard, they had
Did you
previous...
call the police?
Yes, we
The
have a
second the
police
police go-
report.
let me see the police
First of all, if she was be drinking, the police would see that she was be drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and so she wasn't drinking. So otherwise, she would be arrested for DUI or something like
Hold
that.
on. Okay, what day do you say this happened?
End of May.
When though?
Like
I remember the
31st
exact
or
day.
30th, I think.
You filed this police report on August 15th.
Yes,
Okay, that is 3 months after the event.
yes.
Okay, where's the part about how the police, look, Judge, the police would have written something
Remember we
about her
closed
being
it?
intoxicated? Where's the police report from that day?
That's the same one. They said the only way to get the copy of it Because I went to precinct.
No, you're not hearing me. You filed a police report on August 15th because you knew you were going to go to court. Where's the police report that didn't have to do with court?
They didn't give us.
Okay, that's fine, and that can happen. But don't tell me the police report proves that you hadn't been drinking. Because I have a really hard time with that. Because I want you to be a good father, and to be a good father, you got to take your blindfolds off. Your daughter is with 3 guys. They're drinking. They're smoking weed, and it's 5 in the morning. Okay? So yes, your daughter is not playing tiddlywinks. Wake up.
But the
No, just stop, all right? Show me the receipt. Show me the receipt. And let me just say something else, because when I was 18 in the state of Florida, you could drink. I have some very strongly held personal beliefs that if you can pick up a rifle for our country, you should be able to have a beer. So don't get me wrong. But I also don't like people who swear their right hand to God to tell the truth and then give me a crock because their dad's standing next to them, all right? It's $450 to fix the window. Why is it you didn't pay for the window? I mean, you recognize you broke the window and you broke
Yes,
the
I
window.
did. I did realize that.
Right.
I told him that I was gonna. First, he asked me for $800. He told me give me the $800.
Did you ask for $800?
Yeah, because when I called the shops, that's what they gave me the estimate.
That sounds high. All right.
He gave me $800. I told him, listen, I'm not giving you more than $200. I had the exact same car a couple of years ago. It was a lease, and I broke that window before, so it's not worth $800.
I think $450 is a...
So then he started saying, you know what? Give me $600.
Okay. What'd you give him?
I didn't give him anything.
Because you couldn't agree on a number.
Yes, that was the. Then we agreed on $200. We agreed. He said, give me $200. I said, okay, I'll give you $200.
And
then I got into a motorcycle accident. So I couldn't. That wasn't my worries at that moment. I was at home. I couldn't walk. So I forgot about the whole situation. I was just trying to get myself back up on my feet.
Okay, but did you get phone calls from them saying, where's the $200?
I don't know. I lost my phone that day too.
Or did you lose your phone the day you threw it out a windshield?
Yeah, we found it in the back of the car right here.
All right, I find that the $450 is a reasonable amount. And I'm going to order that the defendant pay the plaintiff the $450 to get the window fixed. I don't think you think that she was trying to run you over, right?
Honestly, at the moment...
And she didn't end up hitting you, right? Okay. I find that $450 is a legitimate estimate. But I'm not going to order him to pay you $750 because it's inconvenient or because it was a hassle. You got into your own hassle being out at 5 in the morning with 3 guys that you didn't know that made you uncomfortable and refusing to leave. So I find in your favor in the amount of $450. That's my judgment.
All right, so let's see what the defendant has to say coming out here. She gets paid. Step on in. Not everything she sued for, but what's your reaction to this?
That's a pretty fair price for a window, I guess, so I'm not really against that judgment. $450 for a window is pretty fair.
How about your behavior that we all heard about on that night?
It was reckless behavior, but then again, I was drunk, so that explains it.
Well, that's perfect. That explains it.
It is what it is.
Okay, boys.
All right,
around this way.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so step in here. Are you satisfied with would you come out here?
Yeah, pretty much.
How do
As
you
long
think?
as it worked out the way we want it to be.
Dad,
you know?
what do you want to say, Dad?
Well, first of all, she did the right thing to trying to leave when it was, not the right time. But the second thing is when the man give the word that he's gonna pay and not keep his word. At least the whole country saw that
He's not
the
a
guy
man of his
he's
word.
man of his word.
Your daughter's behavior out there drinking that late?
I
She
wasn't
wasn't
drinking and I
She
wasn't
wasn't
smoking.
drinking.
I don't drink
The
or
cops
smoke.
were there at the same
Hanging
time.
out with those.
That was
You-
wrong.
you-
I learned my lesson. Choose my friends wisely next time. Think twice before I do anything.
Harvey?
Okay, here's my argument. I'm going to be a little stronger on this than you. If somebody is backing into you and you are screaming at them and they are not listening to you and they're about to hit you and you can't jump out of the way and you got to do something fast and you throw the phone, maybe. But that wasn't the case here. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This summer, Prime Video takes you back before Legally Blonde, before law school, and into the world of Elle Woods in high school. Set in 1995, this Gemini vegetarian knows exactly who she is until her family moves from Bel Air to Seattle. Packed with iconic fashion, 90s nostalgia, and a throwback soundtrack, Elle proves one thing. Law school was hard. High school was harder. From the world of Legally Blonde, watch Elle, a new original series only on Prime Video. Watch now.
Ever wonder where Tropicana got its name? The tropics. And every time you enjoy a glass, you're not just drinking juice, you're taking a trip. stepping into sunshine and embarking on a flavorful journey into the tropics where ripe fruit is crafted into wildly delicious juice. And the best part? No passport required. Tropicana. Give life some juice.
This is the plaintiff, George Calley. He says he hired the defendant to cover and winterize his pool. And when summer came around and it was time to open it up, he discovered a huge problem. Whoever covered the pool left a metal Frisbee at the bottom, and it left a rust ring that ate into the liner. The defendant and his guys ruined his pool, and the defendant should be made to make it look as good as new, like it used to. He's suing for $4,500, the cost of a new liner. This is the defendant, Matthew. He says he's not responsible for something left at the bottom of the plaintiff's pool. It's the plaintiff's responsibility to make sure all the toys are removed before winterization. Now the guy wants him to pay for a brand new liner when his was old and used? Ha! He's accused of fooling around. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $328.71 for unpaid fees.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Okay, George Calley and Elizabeth Samantha Conlon, you're representing, she's your daughter?
Yes, she is.
Okay, and you're representing both of you?
Correct.
Correct. You are suing Sharky's Pool Service, represented here by Matthew. You've asked us not to use your last name, for $4,500 because, according to you, they damaged your pool liner. You are counterclaiming against them $328.71 in charges that they have apparently stopped on their credit card. Okay, let me hear from you first, Mr. Calley. What's going on?
Well, excuse me. We've had Sharky's for 2 years. They closed the pool in September of last year. We also
okay, hold on one second. What's involved in closing a pool?
Blowing out the lines underground, removing the equipment, and then put the cover on, put the chemicals in, remove the ladder, diving board, etc., get paid, and leave. That's
okay.
it.
Do you clean the pool?
No.
Okay. So what happened?
Well, part of closing the pool is to vacuum the pool at the same time. They've done it every year.
Is part of closing the pool to vacuum the pool?
No, Your Honor.
And of course, that becomes very relevant because, as it turns out, when you open your pool, how many months later?
6 months later.
It turns out that somebody left a Frisbee in the pool.
Yeah.
Okay, whose Frisbee is that?
I have the Frisbee here.
May I see it? It's not really a Frisbee, right?
Yes. It's one of my kids, one of my grandchildren.
One of your grandchildren. Ugh. So it's a rusty, some kind of, like, not really a Frisbee, but sort of toy. Oh, it's actually, it's just it has a wire in it. It's otherwise pure nylon. It's just that it has this one wire in it. So one of the kids left a toy in the pool. And I guess nobody saw that?
It's just that when the pool is closed, they usually vacuum the pool, make sure there's no foreign objects.
You say that, but according to you, vacuuming the pool is not part of the
Your
service
Honor,
of
I've never vacuumed anyone's pool ever in 20 years before closing it. It's not part of the deal. Unless they specifically ask, they'd have to pay extra for it.
And the pool cover, is it solid or not solid?
It's a mesh.
So sunlight gets through.
Right.
That means that because algae will grow, then you had to do chlorine treatments throughout the year.
The pool
and you
company.
did it.
Correct.
And when you put chlorine in this pool, what form do you put it in? Liquid, tablet,
Liquid. 1 gallon in each corner.
Okay, always liquid?
Yes, to avoid staining.
All right, so you first realize something is wrong when the pool gets uncovered. Your daughter notices what?
Well, she notices this stain on the bottom of the pool. There's a couple of
By the way, why isn't your
pictures.
daughter here?
She works at New York Botanical Gardens, and she couldn't be here today.
Okay.
And we noticed that the Frisbee was at the bottom. I removed the Frisbee, and that's what the liner looked like. In the same token, it was all
Now, there's
white
two
at the bottom.
I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, no, that's the drain. Okay. Is this the discoloration we're talking about, or is that just a flash and a reflection?
It's a reflection, but the whole deep part is white, right by where the main drain is.
Like there?
Yep. Mhm.
Okay. If they're pouring the chlorine in the four corners, because that's clearly the easiest and path of least resistance, so I believe that's how they're doing it, then what's the theory? That it settles to the bottom, to the deep end of the pool, and that's why it's discolored?
The rest of the pool is fine.
How old is the liner?
It's 5 years old.
Do you have the receipt from the original purchase of the liner?
I don't. I have the company who installed the liner. He gave me an estimate, is really what it is.
Okay, no, that's a new liner.
Yeah.
My question is, I want to know about this liner. So do you have any proof of how long you've had this liner?
I do not have that with me now.
Okay, and, well, that would be good. With you would be a good time to have it since this is
I
a
know.
trial, but,
I
all
know.
right. So, Mr. Sharkey,
Yes.
Matthew,
Yes.
you're being sued for $4,500. That's what you have in your hand, right? The estimate for a new liner is $4,500?
Yes.
Okay, may I see that?
Do you have a copy of that?
You're being sued for $4,500 because the theory goes, if not you, then who? Why is his pool liner discoloring?
Now that you saw that, can I see that also or no? Is that allowed?
Of course.
Now that you see that, I have even better evidence for myself now. If it's only in the spot he's saying, which is around the bottom of the main drain, not the rest of the pool, I think over time, by not using a chlorine feeder, which I've recommended on some of the receipts that we wrote down.
Did you ever go to the site or no?
No.
Oh, and why not?
Because his daughter didn't want me on the property anymore.
Oh, she chose never to come back? Okay.
And then
All
me
right,
and
so go
George
ahead.
spoke a few times about trying to figure out what we can do. He even discussed with me buying a new cover and a new liner at a nice deal, just to make him happy, because even though I don't believe this is my fault, I still don't want an unhappy client.
So is it the defendant's responsibility to remove the toy before he winterizes the pool?
I don't think so, unless there was an agreement between him.
No agreement.
Okay, so depending on what his duties were.
Yes or no?
Okay, I would say yes.
Okay, what do you think?
I say yes. The winterizer has a duty to warn the plaintiff about the
Say no, he doesn't have a duty to do that. He was there just strictly to winterize the pool. Anything that was on the bottom of the pool is the owner's responsibility.
Fair enough. Go to inside the courtroom.
So what discolored the liner? Because the liner's discolored, so what is it?
I'm going to go with, over time, not having a chlorine feeder, and possibly this object that I just saw today. When chlorine
the
reacts...
discoloration of the bottom of the pool has nothing to do with this tiny little Frisbee. That's silly. You know, if it's...
But, Your Honor, can I just bring up one more point? The chlorine can react with many different products, especially leaves or metal. Depending on what's in the pool, what kind of water, is there phosphates? There's many, many different things that can attribute to this. What I did...
But it can only happen based on the chlorine, right?
No, sunlight, rain, snow.
All the things that you just listed
Mhm.
just mean algae grows more, so you have to put more chlorine to keep it shocked
But
appropriately.
I usually go once a month in the winter. I only went twice this year. I have receipts to prove it. I only put in 8 gallons.
Can I just make a statement? We paid for 4 treatments for the winter. That's the normal treatment, the 4 treatment in winter.
Hey, does he really pay for 4 during the winter and you only did 2?
No, I don't know where you got that from.
Where
He
did you get
pays
that from?
It's been always 4. The year before
Has
it was
it
4.
been always 4?
No, we just came for the year before. There's no protocol.
All right, now your counterclaim is because when you opened the pool and you cleaned the pool and you got paid for it with a credit card, that ended up getting reversed.
After I got the court papers, yes. I received it afterwards. I didn't even realize.
Okay, and who reversed that? You called your credit card company?
My daughter did, yeah. He left the Frisbee in there, which ate into the liner. I felt that he had some liability for
I'm
it.
astounded that nobody sees the darn Frisbee in the pool.
Absolutely.
From both sides. I'm just astounded.
Your Honor, in the Northeast, in order to make any money, you got to hustle. And we don't look at the pool. We see a big raft or something, we'll get it out. We're running around closing pools 15 a day per truck. We're not, wow, let me get that Frisbee. We didn't even see it. And it wasn't intentional
Well,
either way.
I would imagine that if you had seen it, you wouldn't
Of
have ignored
course,
it. But,
especially if there's metal in it.
I don't know. I take it you're no longer cleaning the pool. You have a new pool service, right?
Yeah, me.
Right. Okay. I was going to say, why didn't you get a letter from that? But that explains that. All right. Let me tell you, this case is a little bit disturbing to me in many regards because I don't know what else could possibly stain the bottom other than chlorine. But there are so many proof problems because it's not, everyone knows he's putting chlorine in there. The question is, did he put too much or in a form he shouldn't have because he should have known it would eat the liner or something like that? The best proof of that would be evidenced by another pool company that says this wouldn't have happened if that would have happened. Aside from that, you have additional proof problems, which is this. You don't have the liner, you don't have the receipt from the old liner. I don't know what quality that liner is, how long that liner should have been expected to hold up under normal circumstances. And barring some evidence by another pool company that this can only happen through negligence of them, which I don't think you have. I'm just not comfortable ordering them to pay you $4,500. And on the Frisbee thing, as aghast as I am that neither side saw it, The question becomes, were they paid to see it and clean it and remove kids' toys that your kids left in there? And unless you paid for a cleaning just beforehand, which I don't see on that bill, I don't think it's their job to take that out. Which means then that the reversing of the charges on that last opening and cleaning were inappropriately reversed. I am awarding on the counterclaim the $328.71 and on the plaintiff's claim 0. That's my verdict.
Thank you.
And so the plaintiff loses this case. And so what's your feeling coming out here? He collects on you.
I'm not too happy about that, to be honest with you. I thought that what he did wasn't a good business practices, and I think he really ruined my liner. My liner's only 4 years old, and it certainly would last longer than that. But I think the excessive chlorine really did me in.
All right, so what do you do now with your pool?
Well, now I just have to buy a new liner in the fall, and do the best I can.
Take better care of it.
Yeah.
All right, head right around the corner here. Let's see what the pool guy has to say. He comes out here, collects on his countersuit. What's your feeling?
Justice was served. I watched the show a great deal. I know how it's supposed to go down. I did what he asked me to do. I did what he paid for, and that's it.
That's not a happy customer there, though.
I offered to help him out. I'll even offer again at a nice discount. However, I'm not going to pay what he wanted me to pay.
Okay, Harvey.
Well, there should be a cautionary tale for homeowners. If you hire somebody to do work at your home, that job better be ready to move when that person comes over. You need to get it ready for them. If you don't, you could end up getting stuck for the damage. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
This is the plaintiff, Michael Lockett. He says he worked countless hours for the defendant, helping her start a nonprofit homeless shelter in New York. When everything was completed, he sent her a bill and never heard from her again. He won't stand by and be ignored by anyone, and is owed $5,000, so he's suing for just that here today. This is the defendant, Akeisha Lockett. She says she was able to accumulate enough money to buy 3 homes and decided to give back something to the community. So she created emergency housing for the homeless. The plaintiff does her taxes, wanted her to hire him as the CFO of the charity, and wanted her to pay him $120,000 a year. She told the plaintiff no, and the next thing she knows, she's being sued for all his work and services. If all this sounds ridiculous, it's because it is in fact ridiculous. She's accused of not paying for services rendered.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Michael Lockett?
Yes.
You are suing Akeisha Lockett? No relation?
No.
Spelled differently.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Akeisha Lockett and Family Ties Homes Incorporated for $5,000, the statutory maximum. You say you're out actually $16,500 in consulting fees that, according to you, she owes you, and the shelter that she's building owes you and has not paid you. What's going on?
I'm an accountant by profession.
Okay.
I start businesses for people and nonprofit organizations. I've done many in the past. She came in and said she wanted to start a homeless shelter. She had just received a RFQ, a request for qualifications from the county. She asked if I would assist in preparing these documents and what does she need to start a homeless shelter.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you a question. What had caused you to decide to do this?
At first, I started working with disadvantaged children in child care, and a lot of them came from the shelter. And I just wanted to do something different, and I just wanted to give them a better setting and atmosphere.
Okay, now how would the funds to run this would come from the city?
The county.
The county. And then you would draw a salary?
Correct.
All right, and obviously other employees would draw a salary as well?
Correct.
All right, now how did you know about him?
He prepared my taxes 1 year.
Did you have a business back then, or was it personal?
Yes, I had a business for 10 years. I've been contracted.
So he did the business taxes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, You asked him to do what?
Actually, I didn't ask him. He called me. We've always talked and joked. And I said, I'm a little stressed right now because I have to have a nonprofit organization, corporation, within a matter of like 25 days or so. And then I explained to him what I had received that day in the mail.
Which
and
is?
He said, request for qualification to own and operate homeless emergency housing. And he said, oh, I can get it done in about a week. I said, you could? He said, yeah. Bring it in. Let me see what you got.
So you go there?
So I go there, and I show him the letter. Would you like to see it? I show him the letter, and I let him read it, and it said exactly what I needed.
Let me see the letter. And what, are you going to pay him to do this? Is he doing it as a volunteer? Do you guys just not discuss it?
So I said to him, I have 3 properties on the same block. I said, I'm going to turn them into emergency housing, and I'll just buy another property and move elsewhere. So as time go on, we're working on this corporation. He charges me $550. I swipe my card. Here.
Okay, hold on. Charge you $550 when?
October 20th.
Let me see, of what year?
2011.
He charges you that for what?
To do the corporation.
But are those the fees that he's paying to the city or county?
That's what it costs to get the corporation.
Right, but not, that doesn't go into his pocket for work, right?
No.
Okay, those are the fees. Go on.
No. So I even paid the additional money for it to be expedited because I needed it like in a matter of 20 days.
Did you agree to pay him for his services?
No.
Just, it wasn't even mentioned?
No.
It's not like he said, I am volunteering my services?
No, because the intentions was we were working on this together.
According to you, you wanted to do what at that shelter? What would you, if you could have written the script of how this would have ended up, what was your hope that you would end up being CFO?
I was accountant. She asked me to be the accountant for the firm.
The chief financial officer?
Yeah.
Did you use the term CFO, yes or no?
Yes.
And when did you let her know that that is what you wanted?
Just before we sent out the 501c3.
What I'd like to know is, do you have what is your testimony about what you were supposed to be paid? Because you're in here asking for $16,500 for some forms that were obtained how?
I faxed through a third party, Bloomberg Excelsior. I sent them the information on the corporation. They sent me back the paperwork. And the $550 that she's speaking of, those are just filing fees.
Filing fees,
I have the receipt. Those are filing fees. That's not from
What did you pay to have the thing incorporated?
$500 and...
May I see the proof of what you paid? While you're sitting there discussing with her opening up this shelter and doing this wonderful service, when does someone tell you, and I'll pay you as a nonprofit $16,500 for helping us out by filling out these forms in a pen?
When we did the budget included her salary of $130,000. It included mine of $18,000.
18?
Yes, there's 3 different homes.
Let me see the budget that included yours of 18.
And that budget that is submitted to the county and also to the Internal Revenue Service. And she signed it. She signed it twice. This is the last page.
No, I want the whole thing.
This is the whole budget.
Okay.
There's a signature page where it says...
I got it. Hand the budget over. Okay. What says $18,000 is you estimating in the budget your professional fees from July of 2012 to December of 2012, assuming that you were going to be an employee. My question to you is, how are you going to prove to me that she agreed to pay you this kind of dough for setting up the paperwork? I'm looking at the paperwork. I see how much was involved. I also see how much was not involved. It's not checking off a box and sending it in, but it's also not $16,500. You're angry because what happened? What happened when he asked to be CFO?
So do you believe this accountant was really going to get $16,500?
Not at all.
Why?
Because it's a homeless shelter. It's for charity. You would do it for free.
Or you would find somebody who would do it for free. Agreed or not?
He should have just agreed to do it for free. This is a charity.
You think he really said, I'm going to charge you for this?
Oh, he totally lied. Yeah.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
I said, what is that? And he said, Chief Financial Officer. So I said, let me think about this. I spoke with someone else who is in this line of work. She says, no, you don't want that. Those how companies go under. Very dangerous move. I'm watching government politics, and it's the same thing that's going on. How they were having overspending in government. But I was trying to be fair. I said, I do have a problem with that. I said, I've been doing business by myself with the county for 10 years.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Got it. Now, when you submitted the paperwork and you had all the directors' salaries and you had all the employees' salaries, you know who's like blatantly missing from there? A CFO that gets paid. How much did he want to get paid?
Oh, that salary was about 120, if that.
Let me tell you what I think happened. What I think happened is that everybody's very excited about the idea of getting this government grant, because it's a lot of money involved, all right? And nobody is talking about remuneration for filling out these forms. You are doing it because you have an end game in mind, and when your end game conflicts with her end game, all of a sudden it's, oh my God, I put all this work in, we did this together, and now I get nothing out of this, forget it. And then magically there's a $16,500 bill. Now, where did anyone agree to pay you $16,500 for your work?
I put it in the budget.
No, you didn't. Don't lie. That is not, no. There's $18,000 in the budget for a prospective salary, not for filling out the forms a year earlier.
Okay.
You know that.
Okay.
I saw your text where you say to her, am I still working on this with you, or should I send you a bill? And you say to him, send me a bill.
Mm-hmm.
You end up getting a $16,500 bill?
Right.
And obviously, I don't believe that you owe that. But he's out certain monies by incorporating you, and he's out certain amount of time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to assess what I believe is the fair value of it. I am awarding the plaintiff $750. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Here's the plaintiff who sued for the maximum $5,000 and wound up with $750. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I'm not too happy with that. I put in a lot of hours.
Where'd you come up with $16,000 that she owed you to fill out the forms?
We put in
forms. That's a lot of air in your balloon, isn't it?
She came to my office every day for 2 months. So? For October, November, every day. I built, well, they had a copy of my bill. I billed $150 an hour.
Mm-hmm. You should get a little piece of the action. All right, you head right down this way, okay? All right, so come on in here, and what do you think of these services he's provided to you?
Lousy, because he didn't even complete it professionally, and he copied and pasted, and I had to do a lot of the work, ended up myself.
You think he just saw you as
the opportunity to get rich, rob me, and whatever else that would have come out of it.
All right,
yes.
very quickly, how's your vision for the shelter different from what we're used to seeing?
My vision is different as being giving them more of a homely, permanent setting, but for a temporary basis. That's what I wanted to do for them.
You're going to accomplish that?
Of course. Of course.
Right. Harvey?
I got to tell you guys, it is so important when you make a deal with anybody to nail down exactly what they're getting paid or what they're not getting paid. If you do it after the fact, you are asking for trouble.